Hey. We're gonna have some fun today. Uh, just waiting for a couple people to come on. For those who will probably watch this replay later and wonder why I'm just sitting here. Okay, so hello, hello, hello. It's after work. I was gonna go home, but I say let me do a live demo, live instruction. Let's hang out for a bit. Talk wax education, all those fun things, that we love. We love waxing. I don't have any models here. This is after work hours, so I drew some models. Oh, I drew some models. I have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But first, let me just do a quick introduction. Hello, great evening. I'm Reese Wright, your favorite wax esthetician, waxer, best friend. I'm here today to just do a quick wax demo. So thank you so much for tuning in. If you are watching for the first time, hello. I hope that at some point in this video, during this live session, you decide you want to join and you will click the subscribe button. And if you're tuning in, be sure to hit the like button. Like, help push this video out. Normally, I don't be asking people to do that, but I'm like going over some of the stats lately. I'm like, oh my God, almost 200,000 viewers and 500 likes. So we got to get them numbers a little balanced. So if you're coming in, if you don't mind clicking the subscribe button, and if you don't mind clicking the like button and the share button. Hello, 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 TT. I am not gonna try to pronounce that last name, but GM11. Hello, hello, hello. So we are going to do a live demo using some paper models, some things that I drew. Now I have done some models. Like I've done waxing. You'll see waxing videos on the channel where I've used like paper to demonstrate how to do that. So just something fun. I've used paper where I've drawn the model. I've used silicone skin and things like that. So you don't have to always learn. You shouldn't. You should learn on people, but um only when you are a little bit more prone to doing so. Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm getting distracted because comments coming in. Okay, so anyway, if you are just coming on, please hit the like button. You don't have to subscribe right away, even though I would love you to, but I want you to subscribe. I want you to subscribe if you want to subscribe. But if you don't mind clicking the like button, I appreciate that. Okay, so again, we're doing a quick wax demonstration. I say quick, but I have 5 paper models that I drew, right? I'll let you pick which ones or which one or two you want to do. Okay? Um I would prefer to have some people online who generally watch my videos. Bones, be quiet, Bones, and be good while you're here. Okay, so the first one is the Brazilian. Brazilian is one. And then I did a more intimate, thank you so much, Malk. I did a more intimate side for the Brazilian. I drew like a piece of fruit so that YouTube won't flag my video. Don't flag this video, y'all. Okay. Labia, which is a more intricate part of the Brazilian. These go together. Sorry, my phone had a. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Athletic. Apache. Be good so you don't get blocked. Be good. Be good. We here to learn. Okay, well, 8 a.m. hub, baby. You don't have to be here. We're going to go ahead and block you so you don't have to stay. Okay? You don't have to see anything that you don't want to see. Like, you literally have free will. If you don't want to be here, just scroll. It's that simple. All right. Next one is the underarm. I think this is my favorite drawing wise. You see that? I got the arm, I got the forearm, I got the whatever part of this arm you call. I got a little tank top on, got a little side boob, underarm. Okay, the next one that I have is the leg. And then the last one, Popeye on. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute. I knew y'all was going to come for my drawings. Not the Popeye arm bones. It do kind of... Oh, Lord. I just need to do that little anchor tattoo. And a spinach in the hand. Popeye. Okay. Now, I was athletic. I was thinking about toe hair. I'm going to be honest. I kind of was thinking, why did that thought come to me? Because, I have it on my hands, too. So I was thinking that, but I was like, I had already drew 5. Don't laugh at this last one, y'all. Okay, she got a BBL. She got a BBL. This is the booty. Okay? Line. So just to explain for anyone who's just coming on, we're going to do a quick wax demonstration showing you how to apply wax in certain areas. It's after work hours for me, so no clients are here. No one to do demonstrations on. So I drew the areas that we can wax. We're going to go over them one more time, and then I'm going to let you choose, and then we're going to jump in, and we're going to talk about pre-prep, post-prep. We're going to talk about some, like, contraindications, safety, all of that. Like, this is a real learning demo, okay? I'm not playing. I know it's way better, Apache. I agree. It's definitely better to have people to work on, but I have tons of videos on this channel, so you definitely can go check out some of those videos. All right, here we go again. One more time, real quick. We got the BBL, we got the butt. All right, people do get that area waxed. Like, it's no joke. Women do come and get that area waxed. We have the underarm. All right, we have the leg. You didn't call my leg a Popeye leg. I thought it looked like, I say, what kind of leg is this? This the thigh, though. Y'all see the thigh, the kneecap, and the calf. Okay, athlete, I'm giving you another warning. Be good. Be good. That's your second warning. 3-1, I'm going to block you. All right, this is the labia. I drew it like a piece of fruit because fruit kind of looks like that. And so does the labia. And then lastly, the Brazilian area. Okay? So, I'm going to let y'all choose real quick. Which one do we want to do first? Which one do we want to do first? Yeah, I can remove that. I just want to remove that. Okay. If y'all don't pick in the next couple seconds, I'm going to pick. Hey, Mesa, the labia. Somebody say the labia. I put the labia to the side. I think we should do, I like the underarm. That's my first one. I am not saying that word because sometimes when y'all be having me shout stuff out, it be crazy stuff. Oh my God, Issy, I totally forgot to draw the facial hair. I forgot. I thought about it and I started doing these and I was like, oh, that's enough. And totally forgot to do the facial hair, which is pretty much what this channel is about. This is some apple bottom jeans with the fur. Stop. We are not body shaming women. I know more than likely y'all are men. I'm not on here to play with y'all. So I get a joke. I like a joke, but we're not gonna body shame, okay? So because yeah. Anyway, so let's just start with, we'll do the I know. Well, the labia is kind of in depth. The reason why I say that more styles because The labia, I wouldn't like orderly wise. I wouldn't want to do the labia without first doing the Brazilian. But that's the only reason why I said that. But we could probably do both together. So we'll do the Brazilian slash labia, and then we'll go to the underarms. All right. So I'm about to turn this camera around, and we're going to talk about what's up, Nene. We're going to talk about a couple things. So let's see what we got here. I'm working the camera. All right. So we have these supplies here, and we're gonna use real supplies, even though it's a paper model. So again, no sugaring today, or no sugaring at all. I don't sugar. Okay, so we have our Satin Smooth products. This is what I use when working with my clients. I prefer the Satin Smooth because it works for all skin types. Um, you gonna fly here to Louisiana, Apache? If you gonna fly down here, come on. All right. So this is the product. So we got our cleanser. We have our wax finishing oil. It says on here wax residue removal oil. It's very good for removing wax residue, and it gives the skin a really, really, really nice shine. And then we have the aloe, which is helps soothe the skin. It's really great for calming the redness that comes with post waxing. Okay, then we have our gauze here. That is to apply those products. We have gloves, and of course, you cannot wax without your wax sticks. So we have those, and finally, we have the wax here. We're going to be using a little bit of Abrogate by Abolish Wax brand. Okay, so let me adjust this camera. We're going to set it up to where we can see this Brazilian paper. Let's turn it down. Whoa, that was a big old jump. Okay. There we go. Everybody should be able to see. Ooh, I'm getting old. Okay. Is the device rotated funny because it's giving me that orientation thing? But I know the camera is in the right position. So there we go. Okay, there we go. We'll have to slide this back some and pull this up here. Okay. So when the client is, I haven't prepared yet quite for international shipping. Okay, so here is the Brazilian area. This is how it kind of looks when the client is on the table. They're normally lying on their back and their legs are open. So before you work with a client, of course, you want to start with clean hands. You're going to put your gloves on. And some contraindications and things that you want to ask are, are they using any type of antibiotics? Are they using any type of acids, blood thinners? And are they prone to like cold sores? Apache, you getting in my business now. You getting in my business. It must be way too many men on here. Y'all gonna make me cancel this video. Look and learn. And you know what? If it's more guys on here watching and you're dating, you need to learn about this. Anyway, so look and learn. If not, here we go. Okay. So I'm going to explain a couple. No, I'm not answering the question. Okay, I'm about to put you in a timeout, Apache. For 30 minutes. I'll probably be gone when you get out. Okay. Here we go. Okay, so this is called the mound, this part. And like I said, I have the labia here for a more intricate part. But this is the mound. And this is it's called the pubis mound. It's the actual name for it. Okay, and so I just drew whatever. I'm not thinking about, oh, let me draw some straight hair. Oh, let me draw some blonde hair. Oh, let me draw some ginger hair. Vault K, get out of here with it. Okay. So let's get started. Now, of course, I can't put any of the products on here, but the first thing you would do is get cleanser on your gauze, and you would cleanse Lord, the area. And you always want to wipe, top to bottom. And you would cleanse a little bit in the bikini area as well. Okay. I know, Denise, baby. I don't know what. I'm trying to read these comments, and I'm trying to read the comments. I'm trying to like moderate and do this at the same time. Okay, I'm literally blocking these men. I'm literally blocking them. I am literally like, don't come here and get blocked, y'all. Because I'm really trying to teach for real. I'm probably just gonna cancel this whole video and just say, you know what? Don't worry about it. So we'll see. Okay, so then once you cleanse, you have to dry. So you come back with your gauze and you dry the area again. I'm trying to listen. Luke, I'm trying to just ignore him. Okay? So once the area, I don't know how I look. I can't even say area now, y'all. Once it dries, that's when you'll be ready to begin. And so now normally I will use soft wax in this area. This is called the bikini line. So the bikini line is here on the side 1. It's on side 2, and it's across the top 3. So if someone came in with and they only wanted a bikini wax, they will only get the sides done on one side, 2 sides, and the top. Some people don't want this area removed. Okay. No, so generally that's actually a good question. Vought, I think I'm saying your name right. You don't You can, but most like you can put on like your moisturizer. Some people like to shower before they come in. I prefer you do it the night before, but some people still, just follow their regular hygiene and their normal regimen, and they'll come in with like things on, and so like that cleansing step is going to remove everything. Okay, so here we go. I always start with removing hair from the bikini line first if they're going for a full. Let me see. I might have to make this real skinny because this area is so small. Okay. So you would apply the wax right above. And this is kind of where the hair would extend past the panty line, which is why most women want to get that part cut or waxed off rather. So that's where the first strip would go. Say ring, baby. You don't have to be here. You literally can keep scrolling. What is wrong with people that don't understand that they have free will? You have free will. Okay. And again, you do your top, which is above the underwear line, the bikini line. Then you're going to do the same on the sides. And I didn't show the part about removal because I'm too busy focusing on moderating that I can't really give like detailed, accurate instructions. But application wise, this is the step you would do it. But you would apply the wax with the hair growth and then remove it against the hair growth. Same here, you would apply it with the hair growth, remove it against the hair growth. Okay. And again, on this other side, I'm left-handed, so I have to switch. Okay. Apply with the growth, remove against the growth. Or grain. Some people say the word grain, some people say the word growth. Um, and some estheticians, they will do the bikini line, and they will extend their wax a little bit into the mound, which will cover about that section as well. Yeah. Okay. Moving on. I wonder if I can turn the comments off. I'll look for that next time to make sure I can turn the comments off. Okay. So all of these strips here will be gone. Most times, even with curlier hair texture, the hair is going to grow from the top up here downward. Like it's going to be in the follicle, and if it were to be laid down, the hair will go from here to down, from top to bottom. So generally, even if the hair is straight, even if the hair is curly, I still apply the wax from top to bottom. I also go on a slanted angle when I am getting hair on the pubis mound. So again, you're applying with the growth, and you can catch the lower cheek area. And this is very hygienic. This is not anything that's inappropriate, because hair holds a lot of sweat, it holds a lot of bacteria, things like that. That's why women prefer to have it removed. It's not totally cosmetic. You say you gotta get, Burke says you gotta get the lower cheek area. That's true. I normally do with clients. Again, this is paper, so let me go on. I'm kind of like, I'm cleaning out some of these users, so give me a 1 second. Okay, Maria, you good. Nick, goodbye, Nick. I'm probably just gonna do this in the Labia, and I'm gonna end the video, because like this is part of the reason I rarely go live. It just makes it unenjoyable when you're trying to do something serious. Okay, so yeah, I want to take you out. It just takes so much time, and my moderator's not on. Soft wax loves Cardi. I see your comment. I normally use soft wax in this area here, the bikini. Those three parts, I use soft wax here, 1, 2, and 3, and then I'll use soft wax on the pubis mound as well. Lately, I've been doing hard wax on this inner thigh area, because soft wax is so aggressive. It kind of was causing a little bit of hyperpigmentation for some of my clients. So I started using hard wax because it's a little bit more gentler. Okay. So normally all of these steps that I'm doing right here in this particular demo, I normally do it with soft wax. It's able to just kind of cover more area of the body at a much faster time. And you don't need to go over and do that many layers. Okay. So pretty much this is how you do full coverage of the pubis mound. Again, apply with the growth, remove against the growth, and add pressure. Okay. Sorry, I'll turn the camera a little bit. All right, so moving on. So, okay, so basically that's the top area. Now, when you're doing a Brazilian wax, you want to get in the inner, which is the labia, right? So I drew it as a piece of fruit. But this is pretty much how the dynamics is. You have the outer portion and then you have the inner here, right? Um, I didn't draw any hair or nothing like that, but you have to, I mean, you just got to get in there, period. That's just at the end of the day. Because the client is paying you to make them hairless. So, how that goes is, again, you're going to apply with the growth, remove against the growth. So, normally I'm working from this way where my hands are down here, and I will hold open the area with one hand, and then I would apply the wax with the other. And you want to just add pressure as you're applying. And I do use hard wax for the labia because, again, the soft wax is a bit more aggressive. Um, it depends, Jody. If the hairs are too short, it can be just as painful because the waxer has to do more lays to catch those shorter hairs. But if it is a lot of hair, then most times we'll trim it so that it's not as uncomfortable. But I think people kind of, get freaked out thinking about, is it going to hurt? Is it going to hurt? But when I think about Brazilian waxes, being a person that has them done and who also does them, it is discomforting. It's like a quick sting, but it does not last at all. Like once the wax is applied and then it's removed, pressure is applied, and it really, really stops those pain sensors. Okay, so this is how the labia normally gets covered. And then that wax strip is removed very quickly, and pressure. Yes, we give pressure on the labia. No, we're not fondling or doing anything inappropriate when we're doing that. Shameless, to answer your question about routines and regimens, because hair is being pulled from the follicle, it is going to grow back. Also, waxing removes a layer of dead skin. So once those hairs begin to grow again, the new skin is going to become old skin, and it can possibly trap those hairs. So exfoliation is key to keeping the dead skin from accumulating, and you're going to slough it off to allow those hairs to come up. So for this particular area, you have to be very, very careful what type of exfoliants you're using, because you don't want to use anything that's super aggressive. I like to use, and I recommend to my clients, and I've been saying this since this channel's probably been revamped, to use the glycolic pads by Skin Script. You can use them in this area and it's safe and it works, right? So when clients, Stella, you ask how to avoid ingrowns in this area, that pretty much covers it. Just making sure that you exfoliate regularly. If clients get ingrowns here, because they tend to, some people are ingrown prone, they'll get ingrowns like in these areas. It's never, no one ever gets ingrowns in this area because there's literally no hair here. The hair only extends and covers over these areas, but it's no hair that actually grows on this part of our bodies. But you are prone to get hair, not hair, you're prone to get ingrowns on the inside area of your labia. So when it's like that, I always tell my clients not to touch it. I offer a service called a vajacial, which is like a facial for this area. So if they have ingrowns, I have the proper tools to go and extract those hairs. It's very now that hurts. People worry about the hair being removed, but a labia, I mean, an ingrown in this area can be uncomfortable. Okay. It looked like we got all the weirdos off the line. We got people that really want to learn. So, look, we flying now. Sorry it was so bumpy at takeoff. Okay, so again, uh-oh. I was trying to read comments, y'all. I'm sorry. We're going to apply with the growth, remove against the growth, but we're applying with the growth now. Adding pressure as we do it. I'll let that dry. I may can get it, but they are very uncomfortable, Miss Jody. I can show you the tools that I use, but I will say if you're looking at the ingrown and you cannot see a little opening, it's just like a mound with no opening, no pore, it's not ready to be tampered with. So in those instances, I always just tell my clients to continue exfoliating. The exfoliating process is going to work the skin down over time and it's going to create that opening so that the hair can be extracted. Most times, once you realize you have one, mentally, you're going to continue messing with it. It's like once you feel it, you cannot leave it alone. I'm the same way. I have to make myself stop messing with it. But that is so key though, because if you leave it alone, you won't agitate it. It's less likely to get inflamed and have pus and things like that coming out. So the best thing to do is actually leave them alone until it's ready. See, I figure I can probably take that off. Until it's ready or until you can get back to your waxer. Okay, so generally, this area again doesn't grow hair. It's just that the hair may extend over. So I normally just kind of hold this area like this with my finger. And then I take my wax and then I apply. Now I do one strip from top to bottom and then I remove. And then another strip from top to bottom and then I remove. Then I hold and move this area apart. And I'll do another layer coming from bottom to top, and I'll make it a nice little lift right up in here, and then I'll pull and pressure, and I do it on both sides. That's just to make sure we get all the hair. Okay. All right, so that is the Brazilian for the most part. I guess we might as well just stick to the lower part of the body. I'll do one more and then I think I'll go back in and read some of the questions and then I'll be out. So the client was getting everything done on the lower half. They going to a yacht party. And honestly, people are getting this. Let me sit down for a minute. People are getting this done for real life reasons. Like some people are models that come. Some people like it's their anniversary. They about to get married. Their honeymoon's coming up. It's Valentine's. A lot of people are going to the beach. They going to parties, galas, all of those things, and people want to feel good. Like I know we put so much emphasis and focus on like hair and makeup and things that we actually can see, but a lot of times when you have lots of hair, it can be uncomfortable. It can be hot. Sometimes the hair is poking, is itchy, and you can't be walking and twitching and people wondering what do she got, like what is going on with her. So people get this like it's just literally not a cosmetic thing. Does it look good? Yeah, but it feels a whole lot better. And as a woman, you feel a whole lot better about yourself. Like you walk more confidently. You just feel a lot lighter. And I can't explain it to anyone who hasn't had a Brazilian wax done before. But there is a light feeling that comes when you get it. So it's like, yeah, you experience a moment of discomfort, but it's nothing in comparison to how free you are. Like somebody been bound their whole life, they ain't gonna never know what freedom look like till they get set free. And that's how I feel about a Brazilian wax. If you ain't never had one yet, please go and get one. Don't let fear of, oh, is it gonna hurt, keep you from trying, because once you get it, it is definitely life changing, right? You feel 1,000 times better. Okay. Okay, I think I'm sorry. Okay, so I think so. I'm still getting a lot of it hurts. Does it hurt? Does it hurt questions. Is hair being removed from a follicle? And I'm not saying this to be like undertone or just kind of be like mean or whatever, but like hair is getting removed from the follicle. It's not going to feel good. But when you go to a professional who does this and they also have a level of empathy, they make the experience so comfortable. You know how ladies, like when we go to the gynecologist, we don't feel like, we feel overexposed. We feel, we have to cover up and we be trying to cover ourselves and hide when they about to see everything. It's kind of like that feeling. Okay, give me a second, y'all. We got some new people popping on. Let me just clean it up a little bit. And I used to be the same way until I started waxing, until I started performing Brazilian waxes. Now I go to the gynecologist like, hey doc, I'm happy to be here. Make sure everything is good. Cause so much stuff, like, and I don't want to rant, but so many things are happening with people, like, via the foods, via like products that we use every day that's like disrupting our hormones and throwing off our systems and things like that. So, I mean, if you healthy, that's a blessing. Okay. Anyway, don't want to rant too long. So we're only going to focus here. Why? Because the client only booked here. If a client only books this area and I notice they have hair here, but they didn't book it, I'm not waxing it. People be like, why you ain't do this section? She didn't book it. She didn't book her back legs. She only booked right here. Now, if I see it, I'll be like, hey, you want to go ahead and add your legs? And they be like, no, I'm good. Okay, well, I'm not about to wax it for free. They didn't book this section, so we only going to focus up here. Just want to put that out there. Okay. Let me see. Mel say she's been doing her wax for 4 years. You never get used to it. It does hurt every time, but after it's so relieving. Yes, that is so true. Okay, so here we go. Now, with this type of wax, it's considered a body wax. So I am doing soft wax for this wax. Now, this area here is included with the Brazilian wax, right? So this area here is included with the Brazilian. But we're going to do the outside of the cheeks first. And pretty much, y'all, I think y'all done got the gist of it. You apply with the growth, like so. That's the way the hairs are growing. That's the way we apply it. You apply with the growth. You add pressure. You do a nice little lift at the bottom. You let the wax cool. You do a lift. You pull, add pressure. Okay? Pretty much it. With the paper, you apply the soft wax. You add the paper. You rub, you pull, pressure. Same thing. Okay? Here we go again. You're applying with the growth. Sorry. Paper sliding. Add pressure. Give it that lip. I just feel like a lot of people only do hard wax in their studios. They don't do soft wax at all. But I just feel like it just takes up a lot of product covering full body, a full body area. So there we go again. Stand the man. Stop. That's the labia. So pressure, I mean, of course you don't want the client to be uncomfortable, but it's like a nice firmness that you're going to apply. It's almost like you're spreading peanut butter. You're not gonna break the bread, but you're gonna, make sure it's firmly coated. Okay. Stay in the man. I'm putting you in timeout for about 10 minutes. Just for 10. All right. Let's see. And of course, I'm not really, but you want to make sure that you're using a fresh stick for every lay. You can break them in half like this, or you can use a full stick. I like to have a little bit more control, so that's why I kind of break them up. You can, some people, Beverly, that's a good question. Some people, like some of the waxers who have been waxing for a nice number of years, they only do Brazilian with soft wax. I personally wouldn't do Brazilian only with soft wax, particularly the labia, because soft wax is very aggressive. Azana, I don't see your question. If you want to ask it again, I don't see your question. Okay, so here we go again. We getting like right close to the crack area. I don't know what the technical term is, but you get that. Sometimes if they're blessed in this area, I have to get them to hold one side while I work on the other side. Powder. I personally don't use powder. If the client is perspiring, I'll blot with gauze or with the paper towel, and then I'll just reapply. I also have a fan in my room to make sure that their bodies stay cool. But you can use powder if you like. I think it really does come down to preference versus actually having a need for it. Most estheticians, they really, they rocking and they rolling, so they sprinkling and they going, sprinkling and going. But I'll take a gauze and blot, and it's gonna soak up the moisture, and then I'll go back in. Okay, so Azana, you said you're very pale. You have one particular ingrown hair. There is no pore, and you can see it curling under your skin. Should you go to the dermatologist? Have you done what have you done to try and work it down? Have you been exfoliating? Sometimes hot baths will help. But if it's been a while and it still hasn't resolved, I probably would go to the dermatologist because they may need to do a lancet. If it's infected, if it's red, if it's very painful and uncomfortable, you may want to go ahead and have them lancet. I had a client that was dealing with one too, but it wasn't like inflamed or anything. But it just wasn't kind of like coming to a head, as we used to say about pimples and stuff. It wasn't doing that. It wasn't maturating. So she went ahead and went to her dermatologist, and they gave her some antibiotics. So the antibiotics started kind of making it go down. But yeah, sometimes the hairs will just get really, really trapped. And we are not licensed to cut open the skin, aka lancet. Only dermatologists and physicians can lancet a client's skin. So that's why if it doesn't have an opening, there's really nothing that I can do. Now you may see some estheticians on YouTube or on TikTok or whatever lancing. They're working out of scope. If they're ever caught, they can lose their license because they're not supposed to lancet the skin. Okay, so she didn't book her back leg, so it really looked like a peach now with this orange wax on it. Okay. So I'm gonna show you the two tools. Or I don't really want to step away. I should have brought the tools that I needed to show you how to go in and lance it. So I wanted to do the underarm, but maybe I'll try that tomorrow. So we did 3 of the 5. That wasn't too bad. Okay, again, we did the Brazilian. It's so funny. We did the inner part of the Brazilian, which is the labia. And then we just finished with the bottom. We did all the fruits. Okay, so let's turn this back around. There we go. Okay, so you're welcome, Mazana. And I hope that I would say first before, because Dr. Bills will be Dr. Billing. If you can, work on some exfoliation first. You can use a exfoliating glove, exfoliating mitt, something with a texture like a like almost like a terry cloth texture, but you want something that designed to be an exfoliator, not so much as using a terry cloth itself, but something with that texture on it. They have the gloves, they got the little rounds. You want to be able to start buffing that area 2 to 3 times a week, right? Making sure you're not putting on any perfumes or any like lotions or anything that will clog the pores. I know a lot of women like to put like shea butter in that area, coconut butter, coconut oil, which is great for the in part, but not the external, right? So my dermatologist, the dermatologist, my gynecologist told me that coconut oil is good for inside of the vaginal area, but I say it's not good for the outside because the molecules of coconut oil is too big to be processed through the skin properly. So it will cause clogged pores. So it could come also down to what products that you're using, wearing light underwear, no lotions, deodorant, or perfumes in that area. Exfoliate 2 to 3 times a week. Keep the area like nice and moisturized. Don't let your skin get too dry. And if you're doing that on a continual basis, it will begin to work down the skin where that hair can come up. Don't poke with it and like getting tweezers and trying to dig around and stuff, because most times you'll pull things from the environment and then that will get in that area and cause infection, and then you really will be at the dermatologist's office. So try those little tips first, and see if it begins to maturate, and if not, then go ahead and make your appointment. um Angel, I use Abrogate Wax by Abolish Wax Brand. You can go to abolishwaxbrand.com. Oh, what is this? What's something on me? Abolishwaxbrands.com and purchase some. But I'm out of the Abrogate, but it will be here. Actually, may be here today. It may be here today when I go home, and I'll put it up on the website first thing in the morning. My how old was your oldest first time client? Ooh, my first time client was way in 2018. I don't think I'm gonna be able to remember that. But I have done some elderly people before. If you're wondering if older people get Brazilians, I think the oldest Brazilian wax I've done, the person was like in their 60s. So they are very hard to convince. The 50-year-old women and the 60-year-old women, they are very hard to convince to try Brazilian waxing, because like some of my clients, they come with their they tell their moms where they're going and what they're doing, and so their moms are like, "What you going get that done for? Why you letting somebody look at your private area?" Like, it's so taboo. It's still a taboo topic. Listen, this is still a taboo topic, but I'm trying my best to help normalize it as much as possible, because it's hygiene. Like, it's not just like back then they say the strippers get this done. Oh, you must be stripping if you must be working at the Players Club. No, it's hygiene. Like, and I live in South Louisiana. It gets hot here. It was burning hot Monday. You don't want to be sweating in your scalp and everywhere. Go ahead and get rid of that hair. Catch it, catch it. I don't know if I'm saying your name right, but men get Brazilians as well. They call them manzilians. I personally don't perform them on men, but men are getting it done as well for the same reasons, y'all. It's hot. um, and hygienic reasons, like for hygiene. You don't want all that sweat, and it's like sebum. All your glands are working in the area, by the way. Your glands are working in your underarm and that crotch area. So you got your sudoriferous glands, which is your sweat glands. You got your sebaceous glands. You got all of them glands going to work. Plus your, sweat, plus environment, all of that stuff happening in one party. Go ahead and get rid of it. So, okay, I'm gonna read a couple more questions. Okay, Angel, the back of the legs. The back of the leg. I'm gonna try to show you. Okay, so to do the back of your leg, right? If you're doing your self waxing, you have to get on a table, right? And you're going to do like your hard wax. You can't do soft wax. So you're going to apply that wax just in a little section. You probably can't get the full section, but you're going to apply it in a section like that. Let it get hard. Wax, pull it up. So you let the wax dry. So you apply it, let it dry, get it. Same thing. Here, get it, and then to do the inward, you just hold your leg up like this, apply, and pull. And you can also do a quick turn like this. You gotta be flexible now, Angel. You do your back leg, you pull. Now you probably ain't gonna get 100%. Like if you was going to the professional, you're not gonna get 100%, but you will do well enough to be able to go, you know, put your shorts on. Then you oil your legs up real good. Look, using this right here, oil your legs up real good. Ain't nobody gonna be able to tell. So that's how I do my own legs as well. Same with the arm. If you gotta wax your arm, I have to wax my arm sometimes. So you're gonna apply it, remove. And of course, you know, when you're doing yourself, you don't want to use this little stick because it's not gonna get a lot of the area. Yeah, you have more control, but it's too small. Get your bigger sticks. They even have some super extra larger sticks than this. Get that loaded up, and you can do your whole arm. And then you do it in 2 sections. And then you turn, and then you turn. Sometimes you have to do a little like this or like that and pull. You're definitely able to do self-waxing. Okay, so I am going to... Okay, so I see A's question was about tips for doing their own. You don't need ice, baby. It's not that painful. It's not like you're getting a tattoo. And for people who crying about waxing in these comments and you got 30 tattoos, I don't want to hear it. Emoji. Hello, Rick. Hello. Vought, you're gonna be tearing all your follicles up, just ripping them out. Coconut oil is I just see a question about Miss Cabrera. Coconut oil is not good for the skin, like the face. It's okay for the body, but like the face, the molecules, like on a cellular level, the molecules are too big to be absorbed in the pore or into the skin. And so therefore it sits on top of the skin. It's literally not penetrating and it's sitting on top. And then say you do that Monday, you put your coconut oil because it feels so good and your skin all gloss and soft. You do it Monday and it don't absorb it. It just sits. And every day, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it's building up on your skin and it's not getting in the pore and it's clogging it up. So that's why like shea butters, those rich, thick butters, avocado oil, real rich, thick oils, those aren't good for your face for sure. Some that are good, if you just a person that just loves to use your oils, you have sunflower seed oil is good. It's able to be digested, or for lack of a better word, it's able to be absorbed. Sunflower seed, almond oil is good. Argan oil is good. Those are 3 off the top of my head. I want to say grapeseed oil. That's another one. So almond, argan, sunflower, grapeseed. Those are great oils. Are good for your skin. They work synergistically with your skin. They will not clog your pores. So if you want to switch from coconut oil or from shea butter, those are some oils that you can do. Harsh, I'm sorry that you don't agree with it, but that's just what it is. Together, we're about to get off. Oh, I needed you today. Oh, my God. Let me show you why. Have mercy. I was fighting for my life. I was fighting for my life. Some people probably even reported this video because of what I drew. So I did a drawing of the Brazilian, and it had like a lot of curly hair and stuff right here. It had a lot of stuff going on. Look, it looked like this. I did the underarm, but we didn't do it. It looked like this in that area. People was upset because I chose I guess this black people, I don't know. They like, why you did color curly hair? You didn't do straight hair. Girl, who was thinking about that? So I did this one. I did the labia, and then I did the BBL, girl. And people was outraged on this app. Like they had, like somebody forced them to watch. So yeah, I survived, but oh Lord, I was fighting for my life the first couple minutes. Oh my Lord. I was fighting for and the men, oh my God. The men just wasn't cutting me no slack. I had to block so many people. See, look at Tommy. Tommy Lingle. He ain't got Tommy Lingle with okay, let me stop. I won't say something that was inappropriate. I'm a professional. Tommy, we just go ahead and get you out of here, Tommy. Have a good evening, sir. The men did not cut me no slack today. So I don't know what this video gonna do when I get off of here. It might get flagged. I don't know, but it was really good. Like it was very insightful. It was very insightful, very educational. I keep it professional. I try to. I wasn't trying to be distasteful at all. So we'll see how it does. No, Estefania, Ohio, Estefania. She was good. I think she was just asking. I think she was just asking about the crack part because I had did like a more intricate one for the labia. But yeah, I'm about to get off because what time it is? I gotta drive home. Okay, and yeah, I forgot to draw the face, so we'll do the face next time. Ash said they tried to wax their face, well, wax the neck and chin, and they really fucked themselves up. Meet the Fockers. That's what I thought. I got reminded me of that movie when I read that. It was my first time, and I also missed a few spots because of how many times I had to go over. It was horrible. I'm doing it. There you go. Don't give up. Let me tell you my first wax story, my first time wax story, and then I'm gonna get out of here. Okay, so it was before I enrolled in school. You guys know I deal with hirsutism, so I had a lot of facial hair going on. And I went to the beauty supply store and I got a Sally Hansen microwavable wax little kit thing. So I put the wax in the microwave and I put it on like 3 minutes. It was pure lava. It was lava, lava, lava. And I was like, "Oh, this is too hot for me to use." I was trying to let it cool off, but because it wasn't in a constant warmer like mine, it was cooling off too quickly. Then I have to go back and warm it up again, and it was literally just a toggle mist. And so I was putting it on, and it was terrible. Like I had to do so many lays. The wax wasn't adhering. It wasn't a good wax. It was a trash product. That's why I talk about them like I do now. And to, informing people to choose better because that just was not it. And it was a mess. So, but guess what? I'm here where I'm at today. That's why the reason why I wanted to tell you that story is because don't give up, because your first time may not be your best time, but if you don't give up and you keep practicing, you'll get really, really good at it. And it's actually funny. Yeah, I don't know how to go back. And once they block, I don't know how to do it. We saw Estefania. Estefania. We saw her. We ain't mean it. But the bad people make it hard for the good people. Okay, but anyway, I'm about to go, you guys. Thank y'all for 227. I think we got up to like 600 today. But again, we only got 93 likes. So if you on here 227, you watching, please hit the like button. Let's try to get it up to like 110 or something. 130. Thank you. Somebody just hit that like button for me, y'all. So we can get the video pushed out. I probably ain't gonna stay on here long enough for y'all to do it. Okay. I'm out, y'all. I'm out. But it was fun. Thank you so much for tuning in. Break. I will catch. I'm gonna have to send you my number where you can text me. Maybe you can pop on your phone or something. I don't know. I just started doing it totally random. I really would love to just kind of be able to schedule lives, but I literally just like, what I'm gonna do live today. It's the end of the month, so I was like, what, let me do a video because a lady had commented. She was like, "You ain't been on here in 3 months." I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry." She say 3 months. I say, dang, I ain't realize it had been that long. Life be life, and so I be working, and I got a couple other projects and stuff I've been working on. And I was in school, y'all. I just graduated Saturday. So I've been in school and I've been doing other things, which is why I wasn't here. Uh, yeah. Ash, yeah, girl. Or I don't want to assume, but yeah. Don't give up. Don't give up. Keep going. But you do, I will say this though. You do, if you don't have one, this gonna be my last instruction, y'all, because I said I was about to go. But you need a warmer like this. You need something with a power button, and you need something with a knob, a dial, or something. It can be a digital one or a manual one. You need something where you can control the temperature, because the microwave is going to set it at whatever, and it's not going to be like I'm in control of how hot or cool I want this wax to perform. And I normally keep all of my warmers at about 70. Thank you, A. I keep them depending on the warmer too. This one has a little tub in it, so you can raise it up a little bit higher because it has that tub. It's going to kind of insinuate. What's that word? I can't think of that word. Oh, it's escaping me. But it keeps the wax from getting too hot. But if I didn't have this tub and I put the wax straight in this little part, then I will put it about 60 something, like between 65 and 75 for this particular warmer. But generally I keep it at like between about 60, and I don't usually go no higher than 70. Well, for this woman 75, but on my other woman at home, I don't go no higher than like between 71 and 75. If I'm in a rush, I'll put it here to warm it up and get it going, but then I bring it back down. So ultimately, you want a warmer that you can control the temperature, because you want to be in control. Okay, you guys. So finally, I'm about to tap out of here for the night. I'm not even gonna turn the camera back around. Um, so thank you so much for tuning in. Thank y'all. Y'all did give me past 100 likes. So that's good. Thank you so much. I'm gonna recommend that you just kind of watch some of the videos that I have online. I have literally tons of videos. And then I'll come back. Um, I'm gonna work on a schedule, but definitely click that subscribe button so you don't miss when I come back. But for now, I'll see you guys. Have a great night.